On this episode of Natural Living Homestead, we're going to be making an omelet. Step one, what you need are some farm fresh eggs. Crack them, put them right into your bowl. Next, I like to add water to my egg. Just a little bit. Helps make the egg fluffy. At this point in time, all you gotta do is beat it. Just beat it.
Old Michael Jackson.
Old Michael Jackson. Now, another way that we can make our omelets real fluffy is by adding some baking soda to them. Which I traditionally do, I just didn't get it out today. This is from Mr. Pig that we raised out there on the farm. And just has some ground pork and chopped up an onion, put the onion in it. So every time I finish with an omelet and I serve one up, I just wipe out the residue of oil in the pan. Gives you a clean start. Otherwise, what happens is your oil begins to get too foamy. So here on our last omelet, we'll just take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, put it in the pan. Doesn't need much. About that much will do you. Now, because we're cooking on low heat, frying an omelet, we can use extra virgin olive oil. But if we were on high temperature, or anywhere really above, say 400 or so, if that extra virgin olive oil starts to smoke, then you're not gonna have a good product when you're done, because that's gonna get bitter. So when I make an omelet, you take your batter, take your egg mix, throw that in. The next thing I do is I put cream cheese in my omelets. Some people don't like it, I do. Then you add a healthy layer of shredded cheese to your omelet. We'll go even a little healthier than this. I'll take my onion and pork sausage mix. And I put that in my omelet. A healthy amount of that. Then I also like a little chives in mine as well. Not like that. Take some fresh ground pepper. Take some freshly ground pink Himalayan salt. I can tell you, this was fine. This was at the Deals, the dollar store. They had pink Himalayan salt, 13.4 ounce jars for $1 with the grinder. That's a heck of a deal. My extra virgin olive oil, I get these for like $2 at Aldi's. Okay, so once you have your omelet about like this, screw around the edges real quick, make sure nothing's sticking. We're good. Then I flip it over like this, so it can begin to cook into itself. hold it there for a minute or so it stays in place. So one thing we're going to have to do next is flip this omelet, and in order to do so, there's a way that you can do it to always be successful. Have that second plate ready. Flip it right onto the plate, then flip it right back into the pan. It'll finish off for you the rest of the way in there before we go to plate it. So for plating, throw it on your plate. I like to center it. I wipe out my pan for my next omelet, ready to go, just like so. And you can garnish it with a lot of different things. We have some homemade salsa. You can garnish it with just a little bit more cheese. If you want ketchup, if you want any other sauces with it, now's the time to do that as well. You can also throw a little pepper on the outside. A little salt in case you want it there. Some chives. And then when my omelet's all done, the last thing I want to do is put on a little bit of this homemade fresh salsa that we made last year. Ta-da! Thanks for watching.
If you like this video and want to see more like it, please click the like button. If you would like to stay up to date on all our new videos, please click subscribe.